Warning, this video may contain content that may not be suitable for children or anyone else that is easily offended. Strong language, graphic content, nudity, bad jokes, and a possible idiot, aka myself, may be featured in the following clip. Viewer discretion is advised. And is not responsible for any damages that you receive watching this video. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Zims, and today we're going to be doing top 5 things I loved most about Germany. For those of you that don't know, I lived in Germany for about 2 years, and it was a very changing experience in my life to kind of step outside of the norm that I'm usually used to, because I grew up in Los Angeles, and I've been around the States a couple of times, but I've never stepped foot overseas. And Germany was the first place that I was able to see overseas for the first time in my life. I was kind of nervous at first, but once I kind of got used to it and I got situated in my barracks and whatnot, then I kind of went out and I explored and seen a bunch of different things. So I'll be going over the top 5 things I love most about Germany. Plan on going to Germany. Here's the top 5 things you can look forward to. And there's hundreds of more, but this is the top 5 things that stood out to me. Number 1 was the holidays. Now, Germans take holidays to me, take them like super serious, not in a bad way, which I really love, because my 2 favorite holidays that they celebrated was Christmas and New Year's. So Christmas was the first time I was able to go out and go to a Christmas market, and they had so much stuff, man. Food, gifts, little knickknacks and stuff you can take back home to family, blankets, whatever it is that you can find at a Christmas market, you'll find it there. And that was the first time I had it was hot chocolate, and I believe it was some kind of alcohol. I can't remember what it was, but it was so good, man. Drink responsible. But it was just really cool to see people, come together, and everybody's just doing their own thing. They're different little food stands, donors, and fries, and all this other bratwurst, and all this other stuff just around. It was like really cool. Then for New Year's, I had went to Berlin, and for the first time, I've never seen nothing like it. There was some loud fireworks, bro. You would have thought you was in like a war zone. The fireworks were so loud. People were shooting fireworks at each other, and then Polizei just chilling back, everybody enjoying themselves. I'm just like, wow, this is so different. People had blank guns, and they're like firing in the sky and stuff. I'm just like, is this normal? And everybody's just enjoying themselves and having a good time. And to me, that was like different, and I loved it. The zoo, I went to the zoo in Berlin. The zoo there was really dope. Seeing that was the first time I was able to see a hippopotamus and black bears and wolves, and I've never seen a wolf in person besides Discovery Channel. So number 2, Polizei. Polizei was some of the coolest, chillest police officers I've ever met in my entire life. Like, they were just chill. Like, they knew what job they had to get done, and they just did it. They didn't bother you. If they wanted you to do something, you pretty much did it. And if you didn't, then you probably got beat down. No, I'm not kidding. That was the first time I ever seen somebody get dragged out by a Polizei. They'll tell you, like in the States, how it's, you have to have probable cause and this and that. I'm not getting out the car. And okay, tell Polizei you're not getting out the car. They'll ask you once and tell you twice. They'll take get out the car the first time. You say no, bet you coming out the car. Whether it's the windshield, whether it's you open the door, you coming out that car, bro. But other than that, they don't bother you. They walk around with some heavy machinery, boy. They deter crime, a lot of crime, and it's a big difference too. Is the crime rates here was really the crime rates compared to the States is like night and day. They have like stricter like gun laws and stuff, so you didn't really hear about too many murders or anything like that. Although they probably were going on, but you probably didn't hear about them too much because it wasn't like a big thing. So I always felt like safe because there was Polizei everywhere. They had like a routine, and everybody just followed that routine. There was no doing this, doing that. Everybody was like on the same page, and I think that was kind of cool. Very friendly, not too many road rages or anything like that, like beeping and people yelling at each other and stuff like that. I mean, you probably found your little arguments here and there, but it wasn't like occasion. It was like rare for you to see that kind of stuff happen. I also know about them a little bit, worked alongside of Polizei for a little bit, and they're just really cool. They have a lot of knowledge. They're very smart, and most of them just look like models too. I wonder if that's a standard. Whether it's dudes or female, they all just look like they went through like a modeling career before they became police officers. And also the tickets too. The tickets were super cheap. I like how they had the point system there, where you can be speeding and you just get points taken off your license, and a ticket be depending on how fast you're going. The most expensive ticket I got was like €25. Pay it and you get points on your license. After that, your license gets suspended. They take it from you, and then you just get it back eventually. You're not speeding and then you get hit with like a $500, $600 ticket. Dang, that's like half my paycheck, you know? But no, not there. So geschlossen. For those of you that don't know what that means, it means closed. Closed when? Sundays. Every Sunday, everything is pretty much closed. If you forgot to pick up spaghetti sauce, shoe, hat, clothes, whatever it was, if you forgot something, you might as well forget it and get it on Monday because everything is closed, which I liked. And it's also considered quiet time. I don't know if you're either in Texas, California, or wherever you may be, where it's like on Sundays, people bumping loud music, cars or horns are blowing, and kids screaming outside and stuff. People like hammering wood, like they welding metal, none of that stuff. It was like dirt quiet. A lot of people wasn't even on the streets. People weren't really walking. People chilling. It's like legit, you can get in trouble for making too much noise on Sundays. If we need to go to the store, we just go to another base, and then that base would be open because it's not technically Sunday closed for us because we're pretty much was Americans and we had our own little thing going. But majority of the people kind of went to I don't know, it was called Aldi, it was Real, and it was another one, it was a Globus. I think that's what it's called. I think it was called Globus, and everybody just went to those because they had better stuff. Milk tastes better too. I'm getting into that one like in the next number, but for the most part, yeah, that was just the biggest thing for me, Sundays, because everybody liked to rest on Sundays and get their sleep or exercise in, whatever, you know, in peace and quiet, read books, whatever it is that they may be doing, studying. So Sunday was that day to yourself. Stores wasn't open, quiet, and then you just went on about your business. Boom! One I love the most is Doner. Doner was something that has changed my life until this day. Since I've left, I still think about Doner. And I probably will end up going back to Germany just for Doner because Doner is so good. Doner is like an, I don't know how you explain it. It's a very popular dish among in Europe. It's like it's like lamb. You can have lamb or you can have chicken. I don't think I've ever seen beef or pork. Maybe you can, but the popular one is usually chicken or lamb. It comes with some people use like Greek yogurt and some other kind of like spicy garlic sauce, vegetables. You know, your onions. You want cabbage or tomatoes, cucumbers, all that good stuff. And you got your fries, and then they put either lamb or chicken on top, and you just pretty much destroy it, which that picture pretty much demonstrates what it looked like. You can either get that one, you can get the doner teller. Doner teller is just the same thing, like a doner box, except it comes on a plate, and you can eat it that way. Me personally, I like the box because it kind of leaves it intact. I just didn't like how my fork would scrape the plate. Pomyufka was one of my favorites. If I didn't get a doner box, I tried to get a pomyufka. Pomyufka is pretty much like similar to like a California burrito, but except a European doner standard. And it was just real good. They have goat cheese too, and it was the first time ever that I actually had goat cheese. I didn't realize what goat cheese tastes like until then. I was eating doner for like a year, and then someone was like, "Oh, this goat cheese is good." And I'm like, goat cheese? I just thought it was just regularly like, you know, cheese from a cow or something. But no, it was goat cheese, and goat cheese is really good, and I actually would prefer goat cheese. But yeah, everything was just, whether it was food, everything was fresh. The ketchup tastes different, the mustard tastes different, everything just tastes different. Makes you think like, what are we eating, you know, in the States, because it don't taste like this. The McDonald's tasted way better. Everything just tasted different. It's just kind of like, I don't know if they're not using certain ingredients or this is what real meat tastes like, you know what I'm saying? And we're getting artificial stuff in the States. And they didn't have any artificial sugar and stuff like that. They had real sugar inside of their drinks. They didn't put anything extra. And then you got Schnitzel. Schnitzel is pretty much like I guess you could say a pork chop. Best you can say it's like a European pork chop, in my opinion. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But I used to get one, it had like 2 cooked eggs on top of it with bacon on top of that with cheese melted over the top. You can get that one, or you can get the 4 cheeses, or you can get like some other one. I forgot what the place was called, but it was like extremely good. Yeah, and since then, I went back to the States and my family was getting McDonald's and I couldn't eat it. I think going out and experiencing another place and actually seeing what it's supposed to taste like kind of makes you not want to eat it in the States, because like I said before, you don't know what you're eating. I would encourage people to kind of go to some place, you know what I'm saying? Going to Germany made me realize I do want to travel and see more places, because I've been trapped in that stateside mindset, and being able to see how other countries live and how they work together and how they function in their day-to-day lives kind of like made me realize that I want to go out and see more and kind of like, you know, learn and kind of choose where I want to place myself, and if I decide to have a family one day, where I want to place them. Because like I said, Germany was a really good place. I mean, they have their ups and downs. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh yeah, it's the safe haven of all times, you know, go there, go now, like, but it was a really good experience, and I would encourage everybody to go Even if it's for like 3 days, a week, just try to get out there, go see Berlin, Cologne, you know, all that good stuff. Oktoberfest, that one is crazy. Lots and lots and lots and lots of drinks. So I guess you can say the only thing I learned really in Germany was Zwei Bitzburger bitte. Yeah, that was the only thing I knew, but I was just saying that every time. Yeah, give me 2 of them, because they used to pour them right from the tap. They used to bring like this tap thing and pour it, and it was so good. They had so many different flavors, man. Dark, blonde, all that stuff, man. They had lots and lots and lots of beer. Not even that, it was like a cultural thing too. They ran a little later, I think I said it right. Was it Lederhosen? But it was just cool, man. Everybody was there. They was having a good time, and they're bonding. Music is playing, and they're doing little giveaways and gifts, and people are dancing. And we went to finally sit down and eat after walking around for so long, and they were singing, was it Country Road? Everybody in that room was singing Country Road. And it kind of threw me off, and I was just like, wow, you know, part of us is here too. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of countries play our music in their clubs. They play our music in grocery store. They play our music in, you know, coffee establishments and all that stuff. So they have like a kind of like a connection, you know, with us. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people, like they said, they don't really like some. I'm not gonna say all. Some don't like Americans. Some do like Americans. But the people that do, they're really, really friendly, really welcome, really talking to you, really happy to see you. Especially me, they don't see too many black people that often. I mean, unless they're like African, you know, American, black American. So that's gonna do it, guys. That's my top 5. That's my opinion. These are my top 5 that I love most about Germany. There's probably like a lot more, but you know, these were the ones that kind of make me miss Germany, and they kind of stand out to me. If I messed up something or said something wrong or offended anybody, please let me know down in the comment section. Wasn't my intentions, but just going off of what I experienced and what my thought process was at the time going through Germany. But if you haven't already, be sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, support your boy, the road to 1,000. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.